Tonight we're going to be patrolling the north end of St. Paul, which is basically from Rice in Pennsylvania all the way north up to Rice and Larpenteur. So it's basically your working man's neighborhood. But the other thing about it too, though, is a lot of people that lived in the neighborhood moved out of the neighborhood and moved out into the suburbs and whatsoever. A lot of people still come back and they go to the Tin Cups, they go to the Mama's Pizza, they go to the bars, they go to the churches. So a lot of people manage to find their way back to the North End like I have. Right now, at the moment, there's not really many places in the North End that the police department is really focusing on or targeting that's having a lot of issues. The majority of your calls are going to be domestics, disturbances.
The quality of life calls.
Yeah, mostly quality of life calls. Rice Street kind of really never shuts down. You could be out here at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're still going to see people driving on the roadway, or otherwise people walking on the sidewalk outside.
On Rice, would you recommend? Would you think it would be safe for, say, a woman to walk around at night here, after 10 o'clock, or would
Honestly, I would not really recommend it for anybody. Just because there are people out here that aren't good people, and they're gonna end up taking advantage of you, whether it's robbing you, stealing from you, assaulting you, or whatever else. So no, I would not recommend walking out here at night by yourself. A few bars that are busy would be Bourne's Bar, which is off of Rice in Manitoba. There's Lanetti's that's also in the same area, except a little farther up Rice Street. There's Tin Cups off of Rice in Maryland. We've had quite a few calls to Bourne's Bar. Anything from assaults to drunk people outside to pretty much anything. Yeah, it's by far the busiest bar on Rice. For a while, the city was having so many problems there that they made them shut down at midnight, but they've since allowed them to stay open until 2 a.m. bar close. This is the Blues Saloon. It actually used to be Club Cancun up until 5, 6, 7 years ago. Every Sunday there was always something going on up here. They had a hip-hop night. There was a 21-plus night. Now the whole club's been revamped, and it's a blues place, and they have a minimum age of 25 to get in, along with an ID. So they don't have any problems there anymore. I've taken 0 calls up here for anything, so it's pretty quiet. These are the Rice and Arlington fields. Basically at Rice and Arlington, you might get your occasional car broken into, or your athlete that gets hurt, but I've never personally taken any calls up here in the lot. This is Low Blake. It's off of Maryland and Dale. We don't get too many problems out here at all. Get your occasional people smoking and drinking in the park, and we've gotten a few dumped, stolen cars that managed to end up in the lake, and once those end up in the lake, the city ends up fishing them out.
So they actually drive them into the lake, like from that parking lot there?
I honestly have no idea where they drive them in at.
They just find them in the bottom?
They just end up finding them in the middle. The last one was somebody actually saw the car floating. They called about it. We came out, investigated, and ended up finding about 3 or 4 other cars in the lake that nobody knew were there. And those all ended up turned out to be stolen also. Hey Bones, how's it going today? Bones is a figure on Rice Street. He's a person, permanent fixture. He's been on Rice Street since I was a kid, pushing his wheelbarrow. He sweeps the streets, gets all the sands out of the cracks in the concrete. He lives on the street also.